it's been a while. I met One Direction. I did. I met them. I met One Direction. I hugged that. I have not had a better day than going to a One Direction concert. And I mean, I knew 2 weeks before that I was gonna meet them, but like it didn't hit me, you know? Of course it wouldn't. And I went there and I was texting the person, the woman who was gonna like let us meet them, and when she picked us up from our seats, she was like, I have a present for you guys. And honestly, honest to God, I thought it was gonna be like a keychain or like a little poster, maybe like I don't know, like a little picture. And I was like, wow, that's so nice, like I love you. And then she was like, here are front row tickets. Front row tickets. So anyways, after we're done freaking the fuck out, because 1, we're meeting One Direction, 2, we're getting front row tickets to see them, we're walking through all the security, and she has her little pass. She's like, oh, they're with me, and we're like, yeah, we are. And all the security's like, okay, like, you're cool, I'll let you in. And we were like, we get in there and we're standing in line, and we started talking to these girls who were around our age right next to us, and we were all freaking out and like talking about what we're gonna do and like how we're gonna react, but it hadn't really hit us yet. And then Sophia decided to walk by. Right when I saw her, I was just like, ah, oh my god, oh my god. It was just like, well, there goes any chance of me dating a One Direction member. We were like, oh my god, Sophia, and I was like, you're gorgeous. Sorry. And she's just like walking by, and she's so small. You don't expect her to be that small, but she's so mini. Then after that, Josh walked by, and thought he was like normal height. No, he's so small. Oh my god. He stopped to take pictures with some people, but then he had to get out on stage to practice all the instruments and such. And then Mark and Sandy walked by, and I was like, oh. When Mark walked by, I yelled, Mark, where are we going today, am I right? And Sandy turned around and laughed and was like, haha, Mark, did you hear that? And I was like, I gotta go. Then once we got to like the front of the line, Lux, Lottie, and Lou walked by. And Lux came over to say hi to us. She's so cute. And I gave her a little high five. Her hand is not even the size of my palm. And I have puny hands. It was so adorable. And then the people who we were talking to go in. I was just like, no, I'm not about to meet them. This is not happening. And I made the mistake of like peering around the corner, and I just saw Harry Styles. I'm sorry. I have a cardboard cutout of Harry Styles in my room, and I just saw him standing there like a human being, like a normal person, just standing and moving and speaking and smiling, and I was like, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? And then we walked into the room. Oh my god. They made us put our phones away, but the woman who helped us was the bomb and took my cousin's phone and took pictures of us meeting them. They're all on my Twitter. Go follow me at Amelia, UMMELIA. Anyways, I was the last in line. It was like my sister, my cousins, and then me. And they were all hugging Louis, Liam, and Niall, and Harry was just open, just standing there. I just walked up and I said, Harry, oh my god. And he said, oh my god, hey. And I was like, what the hell? Dude, you can't speak to me. I hugged him, and the way he hugs, he wraps his arms. He has such big arms. He wraps his arms like fully around you, and then right when you're like, I'm like, okay, I'm like, I'm Harry right now. This is me. I'm about to pull away, and he squeezes, and I was like, oh my god. When I left the embrace, because, you know, I had to meet my 4 other idols, I was just like, wow, you give wonderful hugs, and he was like, oh, thanks, and I was like, shit. Then there was Niall. Oh my god. Niall has been my #1 since I knew of One Direction, right? Okay, so I just, you know, I just walked up to him, and I threw my arms around him, and I just held on for dear life. Like, this is the moment, you know, like, that was like it, you know, when it hit me. I was hugging Niall, and I was just like, shit. And when I pulled away, I was still like holding on to him just a bit, and I was like, hey, you met my dad, because a few weeks before he went golfing with my dad's friend, my dad was like, what's up? And I was like, what's up? And they golfed together, so I was like, you met my dad, and he was like, who's your father? And I was like, what the fuck? Dude, you can't respond to what I'm saying, like, what the hell? I'm not good enough for that. And he was just like, who's your father? And I was like, Peter. And he was like, when did I meet your dad? And I was like, you guys golfed together when you were here. And he was like, when was I golfing? And Liam James Payne just decides to hop right in the conversation. He was like, Niall, you were golfing the other day, mate. And I was like, oh shit. And I reached out to him. I was like, he spoke like a human being. And I just reached out to him, you know, because he's probably like a hologram. I'll just go right through him. No, he goes and hugs me. He said, hello, love, and hugged me. And it was, the cameraman was like, we gotta take the picture, like, get in a pose. And I was like, I need Louis Tomlinson, I need him. And I reached out because, like, I couldn't leave my spot because we were taking the picture, so I just reached out to him, and he, like, reached back, and we had, like, this awkward, like, side hug, but, like, I could, like, feel his muscle, and I was like, and then we got back, and our seats, we knew they were close, but we didn't know how close. We got there, and literally, okay, I'm here, my wall is the stage. Well, a little further back, like, what? We were just like sobbing and sitting there, and then 10 minutes later they decided to come out on stage. I was like, did you think I was ready? It's been 10 minutes since I just hugged you. I'm not doing okay. You can't just show up. And there were so many times where they waved to us, and we were just like, remember when we met you like 2 seconds ago? Like, that just happened. Remember me? And it was just beautiful. They sang so well. Drag Me Down. Let's tell a story about Drag Me Down, okay? Shall we? Let's do it. Harry's high note. It hit me big time. It hit me big time. It was just, I wasn't expecting it. Like, of course I was expecting it, but I wasn't expecting, like, the fullness of that sound, and I was just like, it was just, nobody can drag me, and then he just hit it, and I was like, sir. That's where I died. That's where I literally died, and now I'm a ghost. So all that happened, and I can literally never be upset. Every time something bad happens or I feel sad, I can just be like, I met One Direction. It was just an amazing time for me, and I will never, ever forget that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.
Nobody can drag me down.